Happy Tuesday, my fellow Y members, and by the way, happy 4th of July as well, a national holiday. And today, as we do every Tuesday, we're explaining new pieces of equipment that have come into the Y. And to do that, as she does every Tuesday, Jacqueline White, our Health and Wellness Director. What are we looking at today, Jacqueline?
This is a little bit of a lower body exercise here, and this is a dual machine. So this is a dual abductor, adductor. So think inner thigh, outer thigh. So with this one, easiest thing to do, and this is actually in the perfect position to kind of show you, I recommend opening these legs up as far as you can to kind of enter the machine. So there's only one lever here, so you would just lift up on that and you'll see all kinds of notches back there. All right, and then that way it's just easier to get into the machine, so that'll get you up here on this platform, and then you can kind of figure out where you're going to be. So there's two things you can do on here. So I'm gonna pull these legs in, and I'm actually gonna swivel. These are like knee pads here. So I'm gonna bring it in as far as it'll go. Now, I'm short, as I always mention, so I've got my feet up here at the shorter pegs. If you're taller, you would go down to these lower pegs. So I'm gonna keep them right here. Regardless, you want your knees right here at the pads. Okay, so you would select your weight. This one has 0 to 5 pound increments for the weight stack. So you'd sit here, you can lean back if you'd like, and then you would just push out and then control it back in, go out and in. So this is what we call abductor, so outer thigh. You're pushing the legs out and then controlling it back in.
You keep mentioning the word control on a lot of these pieces of equipment. What is control and how important is that?
It's that time under tension. You constantly want that muscle tension the whole way. So if I just let my legs go, my muscles are not engaged anymore. You want the muscles engaged the whole way out and then control it. And I stop that weight stack right before it comes down, and then I take it back. So I kind of hover it and then take it right back out. You just never want it to completely rest. So it's that constant time under tension and then back out. Okay?
Now you mentioned dual, so I'm assuming there's two things you can do on that machine. What's the second one?
Right, so the easiest way to get to inner thighs, or what we call the adductors, I'm gonna keep the legs here and I'm just gonna swivel that knee pad and take my legs to the outside. Okay, so now the knee pads are on the inside, and then you wanna take these out. You want to take them out as far as you can comfortably, okay? You don't want to get yourself in a little bit of a pickle in here. So this time you're going to pull the legs in and then control it back out. In, and then again you just want to hover that weight. So this is hitting inner thighs, pulling the legs in. Control it the whole way, in and out. And then to get out of it, you would just pull up, get those knees out, and then you can exit out of the machine.
Now this has also got a rep counter, and how important is it to be able to follow those reps and see what your progress is?
Yeah, it's important because, you know, a lot of times we're, you know, how many reps did I do? I can't remember. It's one less thing that you have to worry about, and it'll clear out after about a minute and a half. It'll completely clear. The other thing I wanted to mention too is this is a slightly different model than the rest of our Matrix equipment, and there's a reason for that. With the newer line, they only offer this piece of equipment as two separate machines. The abductor and adductor, it really is great to have it in one machine. It takes up a smaller footprint. So we went to a slightly different line of Matrix equipment because I wanted to make sure that we got two exercises in that one machine. It saves space so that we could fit some more equipment in here.
How important are the muscles that you're working with this machine?
Well, they're really important for that, what I call activities of daily living. So anytime you need to move like a side step, or anytime you need to, you know, turn and open up that leg, it's working in different planes of motion. You always want to work in those different planes of motion. Our life isn't forward and backward all the time, so we need to be able to open up those legs and move in different directions, and this helps strengthen that.
All right, now the last thing you need to tell everyone is happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Come to our Wesson Run. Hopefully you've already done the Wesson Run by now.
Well, Jacqueline White, thank you very much for joining us. She is our Health and Wellness Director. And as you can see, we have plenty of new equipment that has come into the Y over the last several weeks. And every Tuesday, Jacqueline explains how to use this equipment to your best fitness benefit. And we'll be back again next Tuesday. Until then, thank you so much for watching as Jacqueline gives us the big thumbs up.